Good afternoon. This is Nanette from Touchmark on Saddle Drive here with your Tuesday trivia time. So thank you everybody for playing. I love to see the answer sheets turned in. Big thank you to my friends Pat and Dawn and Mona and Ethel and Cordell and Jean. Thank you for playing last week. I hope you enjoy the prize that should be delivered to your door today. Actually, I'm a little bit behind on that. But if you would like to participate and play along with us, please do. I will deliver a prize to you at some point. Maybe it might be the same day, maybe it not, who knows. But Touchmark Tuesday Trivia. The rules are printed downstairs if you would like to pick up an answer sheet that looks like this. It has places to put all of your answers for the different 4 rounds, and it kind of gives an outline of what we're doing here. So the rules for Touchmark Trivia on Tuesdays are fairly straightforward. Mostly, I just want you to have fun and enjoy answering the questions, maybe learning something new, a little trivia fact that you forgot or you knew, or, it's a new fact that you didn't know. I want you to just answer honestly. You don't get any special credit for answering everything correctly. You don't not get a prize if you get every single one wrong. You could turn in a sheet that basically has 40 wrong answers, and I'll still give you a prize. It doesn't matter. Just have fun and play along with us. You can watch Tuesday Trivia every Tuesday at 4 o'clock, and then we replay Tuesday Trivia on Thursdays at 4 o'clock. So if you miss us one day, maybe you can pick us up the second day, and I'll still give you a prize if you play along on Thursday. So that's great. Pick up your sheets. Looks like this, front and back. Just makes it a little bit easier. Even if you just write your answers on a regular sheet of paper and turn it into me with your name and apartment number, I will still give you a prize. I love that. So with that, let's get to our questions. I do 4 rounds of 10 questions in a round. I read the question, I repeat the question, and then I go on to the next one. Then we come back, I read the question and give you the answer. You do your self-correction and then just write down how many you get correct out of 10. Again, it's not like I'm grading you. You don't get an A or a B or a C. We shoot for about a 50% correct rate. So if you can get half of these questions right, you are doing awesome. So be happy with 50%. I know that's not a typical passing grade in school, but 50% is wonderful. So shoot for half. Right. So with that, let me give you the first 10 questions. Get your pencils or pens ready. And here is question number 1. What target sport got its name from the Norwegian word for shoot? Question number 1. What target sport got its name from the Norwegian word for shoot? All right, question number 2. What war does Rip Van Winkle sleep through? Oh, do you remember that story, Rip Van Winkle, the Legend of Sleepy Hollow, all of those ones? So question number 2. What war does Rip Van Winkle sleep through? All right, question number 3. What famous company makes the name brand Band-Aids? So there's like bandages or adhesive strips, but what famous company makes the name brand Band-Aids? That's question 3. All right, question number 4. What piece of equipment do you need to play the game Cat's Cradle? You need one piece of equipment. So question number 4, what piece of equipment do you need to play the game Cat's Cradle? All right, question number 5. What amusement park's most famous hot dog stand is Nathan's? That's a very famous brand of hot dog. So question number 5, what amusement park's most famous hot dog stand is Nathan's? So I'm looking for the name of the amusement park. It's a famous amusement park. All right, question number 6. What is 2 cubed divided by 2 squared? You might want to write that down. So question number 6, what is 2 cubed divided by 2 squared? That's question 6. All right, Question number 7. What was the first state named for a native-born American? So question number 7, what was the first state named for a native-born American? Somebody that was born on this continent in this country. All right, that's question number 7. Question number 8. What is North America's largest waterfowl? Waterbird. We have lots of waterbirds here in Montana. So question number 8. What is North America's largest waterfowl? Write that down. All right, we're on question number 9. What literary classic is set in the fictional community of Avonlea? It's a great one. I love it. All right, question number 9. What literary classic is set in the fictional community of Avonlea? That's 9. All right, last one. We're almost done with round 1. Question number 10. What are garbanzo beans also known as? What is another name for garbanzo beans? That's question 10. What are garbanzo beans also known as? All right, that's our 10 questions. Now let's go back and review and look at the answers. So question number 1, I ask you, what target sport got its name from the Norwegian word for shoot? The Norwegian word for shoot must be skeet. So skeet is the answer to number 1. Skeet shooting, skeet. That must be the Norwegian word for shoot. All right, question number 2. What war does Rip Van Winkle sleep through? Well, if you kind of know, what was his name? Washington Irving. He wrote all of those during the Revolutionary War period. So Rip Van Winkle slept through the War of American Independence, or the Revolutionary War, or the Independence War, however you want to put it, that war where we got our independence. All right, question number 3. What famous company makes the name brand Band-Aids? So Band-Aids are made by Johnson & Johnson. That's the company that makes the name brand Band-Aids. Everybody else is something different, an adhesive strip, but Band-Aids are made by Johnson & Johnson. All right, number 4, what piece of equipment do you need to play the game Cat's Cradle? You would need a string to play Cat's Cradle. That's how you play Cat's Cradle. I don't have a string to demonstrate, but you need a piece of string. All right, question number 5. What amusement park's most famous hot dog stand is Nathan's? Well, it's the amusement park that holds the annual hot dog eating contest every summer on the 4th of July. The amusement park is Coney Island in New York. I've never been there. And they have Nathan's hot dogs at Coney Island. So Coney Island is the answer to number 5. All right, number 6. What is 2 cubed divided by 2 squared? So 2 cubed, 2 times 2 times 2, that's 3 2s. That's 8 divided by 2 times 2, 4. The answer is 2. So number 6, the answer is 2. All right, number 7. What was the first state named for a native-born American? Well, there's not that many that are named for people anyway, but the state would be Washington State. So that was the first state that was named for a native-born American. Then I tried to think, well, what other states are named for people? Anyway, Washington is the answer to number 7. All right, number 8. What is North America's largest waterfowl? So, of course, the logical answer is a Canada goose, but that's wrong. It's not. It's actually the trumpeter swan. So trumpeter swans are big. If you put a swan, I will accept that is correct, but it's actually a trumpeter swan. So that is North America's largest waterfowl. All right, number 9. What literary classic is set in the fictional community of Avonlea on Prince Edward Island? Anne of Avonlea. Anne of Green Gables is the answer to that one. So Anne of Green Gables is the literary classic set in Avonlea. All right, number 10. I gave you a clue on this last week. So the question was, what are garbanzo beans also known as? And we make them into hummus. That was my question last week. What is hummus made from? Hummus is made from garbanzo beans, and garbanzo beans are chickpeas. So chickpeas are garbanzo beans. And you can mash them up and make them into hummus and add stuff to them. So that was our first 10 questions. Hopefully you did a little self-correcting there. And we're going to go on to round 2, the next 10 questions. All right, get those pens or pencils ready again. And here we go. Question number 1. Which of the Great Lakes was known to Native Americans as Gitche Gumee? It's a famous poem, from the shores of Gitche Gumee. I can't remember the whole poem, sorry. So question number 1. Which of the Great Lakes was known to Native Americans as Gitche Gumee? Which one? You have a 1 in 5 shot if you know the 5 Great Lakes. Okay, question number 2. What poem in Alice's Adventures in Wonderland suggests, quote, beware the jubjub bird and shun the frumious bandersnatch? What poem is that from? So question number 2. What poem from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland suggests, quote, beware the jubjub bird and shun the frumious bandersnatch, unquote? What poem is that from? All right, that's question 2. Question number 3. What color is the number 13 on a roulette wheel? You have a 50-50 chance of guessing this. So assuming you know the colors on a roulette wheel. All right, so question number 3. What color is the number 13 on a roulette wheel? It's number 3. All right, question number 4. What patriotic song was originally titled The Defense of Fort McHenry? Oh, I've been there. I've been to Fort McHenry, and it's awesome. I would go back. All right, so question number 4. What patriotic song was originally titled The Defense of Fort McHenry? That's a big clue. All right, question number 5. What is the next step up for an upwardly mobile Roman Catholic archbishop? So question number 5. What is the next step for an upwardly mobile Roman Catholic archbishop? What comes after? What comes above archbishop? That's question number 5. All right, question number 6. What country was Douglas MacArthur in when he declared, I shall return? Okay, my husband and I had a debate on this, and we had to look it up. So question number 6. What country was Douglas MacArthur in when he declared, I shall return? That's number 6. All right, question number 7. What American abstract expressionist pioneered action painting? I'm going to give you a clue. That's my clue. All right. What American abstract expressionist pioneered action painting? I wish I had one of those paintings. I don't. All right. That's number 7. All right. Question number 8. Uh-oh, I'm missing a question. What South American country controls Easter Island? That's question number 8. What South American country controls Easter Island? I know. And it's kind of like the Galapagos are out there. Easter Island's in the Pacific. Oh, I gave you a clue. There you go. All right. Question number 9. What does a pullet become on her first birthday? So question number 9. What does a pullet become on her first birthday? All right. And question number 10, I need to grab another question here. Question number 10. Oh. In the folktale Hansel and Gretel, why didn't the trail of breadcrumbs lead the children back home? So that's question number 10. In the folktale Hansel and Gretel, why didn't the trail of breadcrumbs lead the children back home? That's question 10. All right, let's review our questions. That's the end of round 2. So, reviewing round 2. First question I asked was, which of the Great Lakes was known to Native Americans as Gitche Gumee? Gitche Gumee was Lake Superior, the biggest one, Lake Superior, Gitche Gumee. There's that one. All right, so Lake Superior is the answer to number 1. Number 2, what poem in Alice's Adventures in Wonderland suggests, quote, beware the jub-jub bird and shun the frumious bandersnatch? Okay, so it's like a nonsense poem, and it's very famous for being a nonsense poem. The name of the poem is Jabberwocky. If you have ever read poetry, and you probably have heard of Jabberwocky is the name of the poem, and the answer to number 2. All right, question number 3. What color is the number 13 on a roulette wheel? Okay, you have a 50-50 chance, assuming you know it's either red or black. So the number 13 is black. Black is the answer to number 3. All right, question number 4. What patriotic song was originally titled The Defense of Fort McHenry? Oh, it's fabulous. And it's our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner, Francis Scott Key's. So that's kind of an easy question, especially after the 4th of July. All right, so number 4, the Star-Spangled Banner is the answer. All right, question number 5 was, what is the next step for an upwardly mobile Roman Catholic archbishop? So if you were an archbishop and you want to move up in the hierarchy, your next step would be cardinal. Cardinal is the answer to number 5. All right, I don't know what a cardinal's over. Is it like a region, like the Western U.S. or the whole United States? I'd have to research it. All right, anyway, number 6, we are on that question. What country was Douglas MacArthur in when he declared, I shall return? Okay, so we argued on this one because my husband said, the Philippines. Of course, he said I would return to the Philippines. No, he was actually in Australia, and he was headed to the Philippines to get them back. So he told Australia that he would return. So the answer to number 6 is Australia, not the Philippines. Australia. Okay, number 7. What American abstract expressionist pioneered action painting? And then I gave you the clue. I was trying to like fling a paintbrush. Who did all of those flinging paintings? Jackson Pollock. So Jackson Pollock is the American abstract expressionist who pioneered action painting. Jackson Pollock. All right, question number 8. What South American country controls Easter Island? Easter Island is controlled by Chile. Chile controls Easter Island. The Galapagos, I think, are controlled by Ecuador. Oh, don't quote me on that. I think they're controlled by Ecuador, but I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that one. But Chile controls Easter Island. All right, question number 9. What does a pullet become on her first birthday? A pullet becomes a hen on her first birthday. She must start laying eggs around that time. So a pullet is a young female chicken, and at her first birthday, she turns into a hen. So a hen is the answer to number 9. And number 10, the question was, in the folk tale Hansel and Gretel, why didn't the trail of breadcrumbs lead the children back home? Oh, and the answer to that one is, let me find my answer here. I think I know. 23. Oh, hold on, I gotta find it on the back here. I'm assuming because the birds, yes, the birds ate all the breadcrumbs. I did know the answer. So the birds ate all the breadcrumbs is the answer to number 10. Or the birds, you could just put birds ate the crumbs. So that's number 10. All right, that's the end of round 2. Now we're going to head into round 3. So my next couple of questions here. Let me find my sheet of paper. All right. Question number 1, round 3. What 3 states share the Atlantic coastline on the Delmarva Peninsula? So that's question number 1. What 3 states share the Atlantic coastline on the Delmarva Peninsula? Question 1. All right, so just the 3 states. You can abbreviate. All right, question number 2. What 2 seas does the Gulf of Aden lie between? What 2 seas does the Gulf of Aden lie between? That's question number 2. And I apologize for my phone. I thought I had the ringer off. All right, question number 3. What presidents, so you have a 1 in 46 chance? Well, I can't remember where we're at. What president's first executive order pardoned Vietnam draft evaders? So that's question number 3. What president's first executive order pardoned Vietnam draft evaders? All right, that's question 3. Question number 4. What human features have arches, loops, whorls, islands, and dots? That's question number 4. What human features have arches, loops, whorls, islands, and dots? That's my question number 4. All right. Boy, I'm just popular today. All right, question number 5. Oh, my son missed this one. Question number 5. What is a female abbot called? Like an abbot who leads a monastery. What is a female abbot called? That's question number 5. All right, question number 6. How many European countries have the letter Z in their name? You got to know a couple European countries. So, question number 6. How many European countries have the letter Z in their name? There you go. Question number 7. What does a piscivorous creature eat? So I said question number 8. It's question number 7. What does a piscivorous creature eat? I could spell it Piscivorous, piscivorous. What do piscivorous creatures eat? I'm kind of a piscivorous creature. All right, question number 8. Oh, what does a chandler make? That's question number 8. What does a chandler make? They make something. What do they make? All right, question number 9. What sauce is traditionally served with roast lamb? My son missed this question because he said, no, Gordon Ramsay doesn't make that one. He makes a different one. But traditionally, what sauce is served with roast lamb? Traditionally. All right, that's question 9. And last one, question number 10, last one of round 3. What country put the first jet fighter into service? So question number 10, what country put the first fighter jet or jet fighter into military service, into service? What country? That's question 10. All right, that's round 3. Let's go back and review our answers. And here we go. The first question I asked was, what 3 states share the Atlantic coastline on the Delmarva Peninsula? Delmarva, that's the clue right there. Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, Delmarva. So Delaware, Maryland, Virginia is the answer to number 1. In any order, I don't care what order. All right, number 2. What 2 seas does the Gulf of Aden lie between? Oh, geography question. I love those. I love geography questions. The Gulf of Aden, you know it's in the Middle East. It lies between the Red Sea, up there between Egypt and Saudi Arabia, and the Arabian Sea, which is kind of down in the Indian Ocean. The Gulf of Aden is right there between them. So between the Arabian Sea and the Red Sea is the answer to number 2. All right, number 3, what president's first executive order pardoned Vietnam draft evaders? Well, just the timing should give you a big hint, but that president was Jimmy Carter. His first executive order was to pardon Vietnam draft evaders. All right, that was question 3. Question number 4, what human features have arches, whorls, islands, dots, and loops. Our fingerprints do. All right, so fingerprints is the answer to number 4. All right, number 5. What is a female abbot called? A female abbot leads a what? A nunnery? I don't know what a female abbot would lead. If an abbot leads a monastery full of monks. Anyway, a female abbot is called an abbess. Abbess. So abbess, A-B-B-E-S-S is the answer to number 5. All right, number 6, how many European countries have the letter Z in their name? Then we had to find them, what they were. So the answer to that is 2. 2 countries in Europe have Z in their name. Switzerland is one, and the Czech Republic is number 2. Czech, C-Z-E-C-H. So Switzerland and Czech Republic. So 2 is the answer to number 6. All right, number 7. What does a piscivorous creature eat? Piscivorous creatures eat fish. So Pisces, piscador, what? Anyway, a piscivorous creature eats fish. That's the answer to number 7. Number 8, what does a chandler make? My son said chandeliers. No, sorry. Chandlers make candles. So if you have the name Chandler, you were a candle maker. Kind of like Miller, you were a Miller. Anyway, chandlers make candles. All right, number 9. What sauce is traditionally served with roast lamb? Mint jelly, mint sauce is traditionally served with roast lamb. So mint is the answer to number 9. And number 10, what country put the first jet fighter into service? Oh, I wish it was the USA, but it was not. So it's not America, it was Germany. They were ahead of us in the jet propulsion war. So anyway, Germany is the answer to number 10. All right, take a big deep breath because we're on our last round of 10 questions. And here we go. Question number 1, final round. Oh, this is an easy one for some people. Harder for others. My husband missed it. All right, question number 1. How high do the numbers go in a standard game of bingo? What's the highest number in bingo? In a traditional game, a regular game. That's question number 1. How high do the numbers go in a standard game of bingo? All right, question number 2. What do the letters NYCTA mean to a New Yorker? So question number 2, what do the letters NYCTA mean to a New Yorker? That's a tricky one. All right, question number 3. What was Snow White's coffin made from? What material? If you remember the Disney movie or any Snow White movie, what was Snow White's coffin made of when she bit into the apple, the poison apple, and it put her into a sleep, and then they put her in a coffin? What was that coffin made of? That's a tricky trivia question. All right, question number 4. What crazy murderer tried to stab his trial judge with a sharpened pencil? How many murderers can you name? All right, question number 4. What crazy murderer tried to stab his trial judge with a sharpened pencil? All right, that's question 4. Question number 5. What swimming stroke was officially recognized as legitimate in 1953? I didn't know it was illegitimate up until that time. All right, so question number 5. What swimming stroke was officially recognized as legitimate in 1953? Who knew? All right, question number 6. This is a trick question. Listen closely. How many red stripes run completely across the U.S. flag? Not partially. How many red stripes run completely across the width of the U.S. flag? That's question number 6. All right, question number 7. What is the change of state from a gas to a liquid called? So when something changes from a gas to a liquid, what do we call that change of state process? All right, that's question number 7. What is the change of state from gas to liquid called? All right, question number 8. What material was Charlie Chaplin's cane made from? Okay, my son said this was way too hard. I'm going to tell you, it is like a traditional cane material. All right, so question number 8. What material was Charlie Chaplin's cane made from? Do you remember old-fashioned canes? What were they made of? All right, that's question 8. All right, question number 9. What U.S. state raises the largest tobacco crop? Yes, we still raise tobacco in this country. All right, but question number 9 is, what U.S. state raises the largest tobacco crop? That's number 9. All right, question number 10. I think this one's easy. You're going to get it. Question 10. What U.S. president was born in Yorba Linda, California? That's an easy one. All right, question number 10. What U.S. president was born in Yorba Linda, California? I think we've only had one Californian president that was born in California. A couple of them, I think 2 have their libraries there. But anyway, let's go back and review. That was the last of our 10 questions. Our round 4, we're at the end of round 4. So let's go over those answers. Question number 1, I asked you, how high do the numbers go in a standard game of bingo? The numbers go to 75. Oh, 75 is the highest number in bingo, in a traditional game of bingo. So 75 is the answer to number 1. All right, number 2, what do the letters NYCTA mean to a New Yorker? Well, most New Yorkers, I think, ride the subway system. So NYCTA stands for New York City Transit Authority. Transit Authority is the TA part of it. All right, question number 3. What was Snow White's coffin made from? Oh, you kind of have to be a Disney fan or a Snow White fan. But Snow White's coffin was made of glass. She was in a glass coffin so that Prince Charming could see her, I guess. Anyway, number 3, the answer is glass. All right, number 4. What crazy murderer tried to stab his trial judge with a sharpened pencil? You might remember, I don't remember this trial, but you might. Charles Manson. Do you remember Charles Manson's trial? I don't remember Charles Manson's trial. I was too little. But do you remember him trying to stab the judge with a sharpened pencil? So Charles Manson is the answer to number 4. All right, number 5. What swimming stroke was officially recognized as legitimate in 1953? Like I said, I didn't know it was illegitimate. But that stroke would be the butterfly stroke. So hopefully you got that. There's only so many swimming strokes, but the butterfly is the answer to number 5. All right, number 6. How many red stripes run completely across the U.S. flag? I was looking around to see if I had a U.S. flag around my office. Oh, I don't. Anyway, the answer to that is 3. 3 red stripes run across the bottom of the flag. So if you, I thought maybe I had a flag pin or something. I don't. Maybe this is kind of a facsimile of one. 3 red stripes run across, all the way across the bottom of the flag. 3 is the answer to that one. All right. Number 7, what is the change of state from gas to liquid called? So when a gas turns into a liquid, when a vapor turns into moisture, what is that process called? It is called condensation. Condensation is the answer to number 7. All right, number 8. What material was Charlie Chaplin's cane made from? So if you remember, like old-fashioned canes, they were made from bamboo. They were very strong but lightweight. So bamboo is the answer to number 8, bamboo. All right, number 9. What U.S. state raises the largest tobacco crop? And the answer to that is North Carolina. You probably picked one of those southern states, Virginia, North Carolina, something like that. So North Carolina is the answer to number 9. And number 10, the question was, what U.S. president was born in Yorba Linda, California? Richard Nixon. Yes, Yorba Linda, California. I think I want to say his presidential library is there. Don't quote me on that. I'm sorry. So anyway, Nixon was born in Yorba Linda, California. So that is the end, the last of our questions, 4 rounds of 10 questions. Thank you for playing along. I appreciate that. I'd love to see any sheets of paper turned in, put on my desk, turned into the front desk, and put in my office box, any of those, and I will give you a prize. So thank you for playing. I enjoy trivia. I hope you do too. And I will see you next week with 40 new questions. Have a great day.